Hello guys, welcome back to my channel Vfxexpert. So guys, in this today's class we are going to see camera tracking in Nuke, and also we will see set fitting with Maya and Nuke. So now we are inside Nuke here, and this is a sort here. So this sort just we have to track inside Nuke. Then after this we will do set fitting inside Nuke and Maya. So before starting further work, first we have to set our project setting. So now press S and just simply we have to set over this project setting according to your this plate or footage. Then after this we have to take a camera tracker node. So simply we have to select this plate or footage. Now press tab and take a camera tracker node. Then right side in our this setting tab, simply we have to check preview. So just we can see. So all these points are featured. Just I am going to track for this sort here. But in this sort, actually this is actually moving object, whichever this character and this rope. So while you are going to track your camera, so just you have to ignore points on our moving objects here. So like this character and this rope here. So for this simply just we have to create a rotor shapes. So here I have already created these two rotor shapes for these two objects. So this is rope and this is character here. Then after this just we have to attach after this footage and before this camera tracker node. So just we have to attach. Then again just double click on this camera tracker node, then go to this camera tracker tab. So you will get this mask option. So simply just we have to select this source alpha. So now there is no any points on our this moving object. Okay, so as simply just you can see. So now if you will focus on our this point, so this point actually just slipping in after some frames. So just you can see. So for this I am going to do some settings. So simply what we have to do. So again just go to this setting tab. So first just we have to adjust this detection threshold. So now you will see, and maybe in this frame if you will see, actually there are no points this right side area here. So for this what we can do, so first just I am going to little bit increase this numbers of feature or points here. Still I am not getting any points right side in this area here. So for this what we can do, so if you want you can just use grade node and just little bit just you can adjust this sort contrast here. So just so this is actually grade node. So simply just you can press G and just you can take, and just we have to attach after this sort. So now if you will see, so just double click here. So simply just I have adjusted this value only here. So now if you will again double click on the camera tracker node, so just I am getting these points here. So you can see, and if you will just say press D, so you will see all the differences here. Okay. Even if you want, you can also just adjust this feature separation. So now just I am going to track this sort here after all these settings here. Simply again go to this camera tracker tab, just click on track. So now tracking is completed. After this just we have to solve our camera. So just simply just we have to click on this solve here. So now here just we are getting this error value which is at 0.84. So 0.84 which is below 1 pixel. So this is acceptable here. Even little bit still if you want to improve your camera solve, then again you can go to this auto track, then delete unsolved and delete rejected. Then after this we have to again click on this camera tracker and just we have to click on this update solve. So like this, if you want, you can also just enhance your camera solve. Even manually if you want, you can also just select point and just simply just you can delete. Then after this again just you can click on this update camera solve. So like this just you can enhance your camera solve inside a Nuke here. So firstly I just save our project here. So now after this just we have to create a 3D scene setup from our this camera tracker node here. So for this just we have to double click on this camera tracker node and just we have to go to the export option and just we have to select this scene and just create. So now here just I have created our this 3D scene setup. So this is a new 3D view. Then after this we have to define our ground plane and origin for our this scene here. For this again just we have to select this camera tracker node, then double click and just we have to select first some points on our this ground here. So again just select this global. So just select multiple point on over this ground. So remember this one, just we have to select points on ground. Then after this we have to right click on these points here. Then click on ground plane and just set to selected. And also just we can define one origin. So just select one point. Then again go to this ground plane option and just we have to set to origin. So now again just we have to check out this 3D scene. Then after this just we have to create a card and just we have to check our scene orientation, all these things here. So for this simply just press tab and just take a card. And just connect with our this scene. So just you can see this one here card. Now again click on this ZX. Then double click on this card and go to this render and just select this wireframe. Now just take a scale and render and just scene, camera. Now just take a merge node. B input just we have to connect with our original plate. A input just we have to connect with our scale and render. Now just select this one, press 1. So just we can see this is actually card. Now just disable all these points here. So just we can see. So now after this just I am going to little bit orient over this scene here. So for this just what we have to do. So just simply just we have to double click on this camera tracker node. Then go to the scene options here. And we have to adjust all the rotations value and just simply just we can orient our scene here. So just little bit just I am going to orient it here. So again just go to this 3D scene view, just we can see. Now just you can see here this update here. Or just we have to scale over this card here. So just you can double click and just we can adjust this uniform scale. So now just we have to play and check our camera solve here. So now I think this is looking good here. Then after this if you want you can just take a checkerboard node and just you can connect with this image input here. So take a checkerboard merge node and just use this mix value here. So just you can see. Even still if you want you can just create a cylinder for this stand and just you can check your camera solve quality here. But I think this is looking good here. And the remaining things, scene orientation, all these things just you can adjust according to your requirement. So first here just save our project. Now click on file and just save project here. So now just I am going to export this camera track from Nuke to Maya. Then we will do set fitting inside Maya. So now for exporting this camera track from Nuke to Maya, we need a right geo node. So press tab and just take a right geo node. And just we have to connect with our this scene node. Then before exporting, we have to also enable our this point cloud. So this is again important things here. So just select this node and press D. So just we have to enable our all these points here. Even before exporting, if you want, you can also scale your scene. Then double click on this camera tracker node. Then go to this scene tab and just simply just you can scale your scene. So now again just double click on this right geo node. After this, we have to click on this file and select your folder where you want to save this file. And just give a file name, then .fbx. So now we have to click on open. Then in file type, this will automatically take this MPX, and also just we have to untick some options from this list here. So like this access, light, geometry. Even if you want, you can also export your geometry from Nuke to Maya, but only just I am going to export this camera and also these point clouds here. Okay, so two things just I am going to export from Nuke to Maya. And after this file, you have to click on this execute. And this is frame range, so just select this global here. Now after this, just we have to click on OK. So now just type exported over this camera track from Nuke, and we will import this camera track inside Maya. So now we are inside Maya, and just we have to import our camera track, which just type exported from Nuke. So for this we have to click on file, then import, and just select your file which just you have exported from Nuke. So this is our file which just type exported from Nuke. So just we have to select and just we have to click on import. So now here just we will get this camera and these point clouds here, whatever just I have exported from Nuke. Then after this we have to do some grouping inside Maya. So just first select all these locators and just create a group. Then select the locator group and this camera, and again just create a group. So press Ctrl G. Then after this we have to create an image plate, and just we have to relink our background plate or image plate. So for this just we have to open our this main scene group and just select this camera. Then go to this attribute editor, and downside we will get this environment option. So just open this one, and just we have to create an image plane. Then simply just click on this folder and just select your image plane or background plate. So this is actually background plate. So just we have to select the starting frame here. Then we have to click on open. Then after this we have to also click on use image sequence. Now just go to this panel option and just select this camera here. So now we are looking through this camera. So now here if you will see, we are getting actually little bit large locators here. So what we can do, so again just select individual locators, and simply just you can go to this layer editor and just you can adjust this scale size. So uniformly just we have to adjust this scale size. Then after this we have to save our this project. Then we have to click on file and save scene as, and select your folder and just give a proper name, and just we have to select file type this MA file. Now just simply just we have to play and check. So now here just simply just type imported over this new camera track inside Maya. So firstly just save our project. So Ctrl S. Now after this, simply first what we have to do, so simply just we have to select this camera, then lock all these properties here. So just I am going to create some geometry. So first we will create our ground plane. Now just select this 2 view here, then first view define as a camera, and second view this is our actually perspective view here. So just we have, so simply first just I am going to create a ground plane, just scale it here, then select the geometry and go to this attribute editor, then material and transparency just you can adjust, so just you can see, and hide this grid. Now just we have to play and check. Now just go to the setting tab and just define our frame size, which is 1920 1080. Close this one. Now just select this resolutions gate here. Now just we are getting this thing here. Even if you want, you can also just orient your scene inside Maya. So now after this, just I am going to create a geometry for our this stand here. So just for this again just we can take a cube. Then select the locator group and just simply just we can define in a display layer. And simply if you want, you can just hide all these points. So really just we can focus on over this object. Now just select all these edges. So right click, just select all these edges and just simply just extrude this one here. So now here just basic set geometry just I have created for this sort here. So after this just we have to do some grouping inside again outliner here. So just first select all these cones. Now Control G. Now finally again just we have to select all this geometry. Now press Control G and just create a group, whichever this set geo. So now after this I am going to export all these things from Maya to Nuke. So for this first we have to select all this geometry and also just we have to select this camera. So now before exporting one more thing just we have to do. So again just select this room geometry, then go to this UV. So just select this one and just select this auto UV, automatic UV, and simply just we have to apply. So now after this just we have to export all the geometry. So just we have to select the geometry group and just we have to select this camera, then go to this cache and again same export selection to Alembic and just we have to click. After this just you have to give a file name. So here I have already saved our file, so just simply select this file and downside you will get one more option which is actually related to UV. So UV right, so this option also just we have to check. Now we have to click on export selection. Now yes, so now just I have exported all these set geometry and this camera from Maya. Then after this we will import all these things inside Nuke. So now again we are inside Nuke and just we have to import our data which just I have exported from Maya. So for this just take a read geo node. So again press tab and then take a read geo node. And just we have to click on this folder and just we have to select our file which just I have exported from Maya. So whichever ABC file. So this set geometry here. Then we have to click on open. So because this is a ABC file, so we will get this dialog box here. So simply just we have to click on create all node in one node. So you will get actually these two nodes. So this is a geometry node and this is actually camera here. Now just copy this original plate and just place it here. Then after this just select this geometry and press 1. So you will get all this geometry here. Now the define property 1, all this geometry here. So simply you can see. But suppose if you want to separate maybe all the geometry like this room in different node and this pillar in different node. So for this what just we can do. So again you double click on this read geo node, then go to the scene graph and just I am going to separate all these things here. So this is actually room. So just hide this pillar and cones and give a name. And after this copy this node, Control C copy and paste it here. Then again double click. Again go to the scene graph and just select only this pillar, hide this room. So just view this one, then only we will get here. And these are our actually pillars. And after this just we have to take a scene node and just connect all this geometry with our scene node. So now same result just I am getting here, and also just connect this camera with our this scene. Now just take a scanline render node and this scene, this camera. Then after this we can take a constant node. Just we can connect maybe with this pillar, maybe define color here. Now just take a checkerboard node and connect with this room here. Even if you want, you can just scale this one here. Maybe I think this is sufficient here. Then after this what we can do, we can also actually just extract this background and just simply just we can take this character. So here just I have already extracted, so simply just you can see, so just I am getting this one only here. Okay, so now just what I am going to do, so again simply just take a merge node and this will be your background and this will be your foreground here. Now select this one, press 1 and simply just play and check. Now just we are getting this thing here. Now simply just we have to play and check. So now just we are getting this thing here. So guys, till here I have completed over this class, camera tracking in Nuke and set fitting with Maya and Nuke, and remaining things just you can adjust according to your requirements here. So if you like this video, please watch, share, comment and subscribe my channel if you are still not subscribed my channel. So thanks for watching.